Yeah, so very good evening to everyone on this live session of basics of options trading. So we shall start now, and I'll take the questions in the end. So if you can just really mention that you're able to view the screen as well as you're able to hear my voice clearly. So I will start then. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and once again, welcome to each one of you. So, myself, Amar Dev Singh, Head Advisory at Angel Booking. So, I'll be taking you through basics of options trading. And also, I will be explaining to you how you can take advantage of options trading, what are the important data points that you can look at. And also, I'll be speaking, if there's something very interesting or important, I'll be speaking that I'll be talking in Hindi as well. So that for the betterment of everyone who's there on this call. So let's start with it. So the areas which I will be covering today is the option basics. What exactly are options? Then the next question comes is why options? Then practical insights into options trading. And then what are the most common mistakes that people actually make in options trading and how you can avoid them. So before we get into this exact basics of options, I would like all of you to think of options as a options and futures. They are the highest stakes game in the world, where fortunes are made and lost daily. So it's like if we look at it, I'll just see if there are some questions which are there. Yeah, I'll take all the questions. I think I'm audible to almost everyone. So there's someone who's mentioning that I'm not audible. So if you can just check your voice. So looking at options and features. So what we yeah. So that's fine. So now let's start. So look, you have to understand that options and futures, they are the biggest game on earth. It's highest stakes game in the world because you look at the US markets, European markets, Japanese markets, Chinese markets, Australian markets, Indian markets. There's so much happening in the options and futures, that is the derivative space. So where fortunes are made and lost daily. And you can trade both the long and the short. Means if you're bullish on the market, you can go long. If you're bearish on the market, you can go short. I'll be explaining that in detail. Don't worry about that. So you can trade the market from both sides. So you just don't have to be only a bull. You can be a bull and a bear at the same time or at different times. Luck might play a part in the short term, but in the end, only those players who play the game better will triumph. So sometimes you'll find that someone has become lucky in the market, he's made some money, but if he's not spending time in learning and enhancing his knowledge, the chances of him giving back all the gains and even more is very high. But you have to remember that no method is foolproof, no method is guaranteed. But my endeavor is to help you place the odds in your favor. मीनिंग जब आप ऑप्शन ट्रेड करते हैं, आपको ये मालूम होना चाहिए कि क्या ऑप्शंस में आपको देखना चाहिए, इन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, हाउ यू कैन लुक एट इट, हाउ यू शुड लुक एट इट, एंड अल्टीमेटली एक्टिंग इन अ डिसिप्लिन मैनर होल्ड्स द की टू सक्सेस. कि कहीं ना कहीं यू हैव टू हैव अ डिसिप्लिन्ड अप्रोच. Because if you're having a disciplined approach in trading, and particularly more so it is required in futures and options, because derivatives are leverage instruments. Cash segment, what happens is you can buy and hold till eternity. But in futures and options, you have your expiry date. And in options, you have something called theta, which I will be talking about later. So it's a very interesting area, but you have to increase your knowledge because options are comparatively, they are more complex as compared to your futures or indices. So you have to understand here the difference between options and stocks, because what happens is, what I've seen is that many people, they trade options the way they trade stocks. But आपको ये समझना है कि यदि stocks apple है तो options are oranges. So you cannot compare both, and you should not compare both, because both are two different instruments. So when they are both two different instruments, you can't trade them the same. Just to give you an example, like suppose you are a very good cricketer and your friend is a very good footballer. So can you play the game of football with the same rules that you play in the game of cricket? No. Both games are different. Both rules are different. So here also in futures, in options or in futures, the rules are very different as compared to what is in stocks. So stocks, what happens is you can buy and hold for days, weeks, months and years. मतलब आप एक बार स्टॉक को खरीद लेते हैं, उसे जब तक आप रखना चाहते हैं रख सकते हैं. Whereas options, you cannot do that. You have expiry date. So it is if it's a weekly Nifty Bank Nifty, it's a weekly expiry. That is the Thursday. If it is a you bought a monthly contract, so it is a last Thursday. That is the working Thursday, trading Thursday of the month. But if you're buying for example, you're buying an Infosys stock, Infosys share. So you suppose you bought it today when the market was open. So you can hold it for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, as long as you want to hold. But had you bought Infosys futures or Infosys options, so most important thing you would have to see, okay, I want to buy March futures or March options, or I want to buy April options or April futures. तो होता क्या है futures and options में ना, you have an expiry date, and that is the last Thursday of the month. One interesting thing is that for index like Nifty and Bank Nifty, you have something also called the weekly options expiry. So it is a weekly expiry which is there. So every Thursday, the weekly expiry happens for the Nifty Bank Nifty, but that does not mean you cannot trade the next week or the monthly expiry contract. They are also available for trading. तो क्या होगा, आपको सेम स्ट्राइक पे अलग अलग एक्सपायरीज के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स मिलेंगे, सबकी प्राइसिंग अलग होगी. So the more time period there is, the higher the option premium. That is one ballpark rule that you should always remember. So stocks and the options, as I said, this is one major difference, that options have expiry, stocks don't have expiry. Stocks are meant mainly for investing. So if you are into investing, you buy and hold, you want to hold for a long period of time, stocks are meant primarily for that. Options are more from a hedging and trading perspective, because since it is expiry, so you have to either square off your position prior to expiry, or you let it expire worthless, or what you do, you roll over. So you are squaring off your trade and then you're buying in the next, or you can use options for hedging. So options for hedging, there are people who use options for hedging जिनका बड़ा portfolio है. So suppose Reliance is at 2100 levels. So they are of the view that Reliance can correct. So they can buy a Reliance put. Reliance put they can buy off March, they can buy off April by paying a premium. So if Reliance prices fall, then in the stock he will lose, but in the options put option he will make money. So I'll be talking about that. Don't worry. Just wanted to give you a flavor here. Then the next is that stocks are non-leverage instruments, whereas options are highly leveraged. Matlab what it means is that suppose if you want to buy a stock, now suppose the stock is quoting at 500 rupees, and if the lot size of that stock is 1000, I'm talking about the derivatives, there's something called the lot size which you should understand. जब भी आप कोई भी स्टॉक ट्रेड करते हैं, ऑप्शंस में ट्रेड करते हैं या फीचर्स में ट्रेड करते हैं, तो यू शुड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नो व्हाट इज द लॉट साइज. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि वो ऑप्शन में 1 रुपया बढ़ेगा या घटेगा तो दैट इज द प्रॉफिट और लॉस दैट यू विल मेक. लाइक इन निफ्टी यू हैव द लॉट साइज ऑफ 75. If you're looking at Bank Nifty, you have a lot size of 25. So what it effectively means is that when you're looking at Nifty, so we look at this particular example. So if we look at this particular, Acha, please speak in Hindi. Okay, I will be talking both in English and Hindi. Don't worry, Ganeshji. I'll be speaking in both for the betterment of everyone. And important points I'll be explaining in Hindi as well. You can be rest assured. So what happens is कि now the stock is trading at 500. So stock 500 पे trade कर रहा है, and the lot size in futures, and you have to understand that futures and options, the lot size is the same for the stock. So the lot size is 1000. So effectively, if you buy 1,000 shares of which is priced at 500, so effectively it means 5 lakh is how much you have to pay to buy, and you take delivery of the stocks. But now suppose you're trading options. Now the lot size is 5,000, so you are buying a expiry. So it will be, for example, all the stock options they have a monthly expiry, but all the index options they have weekly expiry as well as along with monthly expiry. So this is one major distinction. Now so what happens is when you're buying a option for this particular stock, you might you might be effectively paying maybe only 4 rupees you are paying a premium, but the lot size is how much? 1,000. So effectively you are paying 4,000 rupees as premium for that particular stock. So options, that's why options are leveraged. So you're buying a 5 lakh position, 5 lakh worth of position worth by paying only 4,000 or 5,000 rupees. So it will vary depending upon which strike you buy. We'll come to that as well. So if trading in stocks, you have to understand this, if trading in stocks can be said to be equal to driving a car, मतलब जैसे आप कार चलाते हैं तो उसको यदि आप स्टॉक्स बाइंग से इक्वेट करते हैं, मतलब उसके बराबर रखते हैं, तो ट्रेडिंग इन ऑप्शंस इज कंपेयर टू फ्लाइंग एन एरोप्लेन. तो एरोप्लेन मतलब जिस रफ्तार पे उड़ता है और कार जिस रफ्तार पे आप ड्राइव करते हैं, दोनों में आकाश जमीन का अंतर है. there's a sky difference between the driving a car and flying an aeroplane. So that is that sort of difference if you're trading in stocks and if you're trading in options. So please understand that both are completely different instruments and you have to understand and trade them differently. Both are world apart. So hope you got some sense. We'll just see if there's anything which is there. So I will be taking all the questions. Don't worry. I will be answering all of them. We will take the questions one by one. Don't worry. I'll be answering. So coming to options, uh, basically options are what? They are contracts. So basically, if you are a buyer, you have a right, but you don't have an obligation. So that is an important thing. But the options are instruments, financial instruments. You can buy an option, you can sell an option. Now, generally, what happens is after this slide, I will take the questions. Don't worry. जो भी questions है ना, वो questions को मैं इस slide के बाद ले लूंगा. तो यहाँ बीच में आ रहा था कि हिंदी में भी बोले, तो मैं हिंदी में भी बोलूंगा. Don't worry, important points will be covered. So there are two types of options. एक होता है call option and the other is a put option. This is one important understanding which you should have. कि if you are bullish on the market, मतलब आपको लगता है कि market में तेजी है, then you can buy a call option. But if you are bearish on the market, right now what we're seeing is that the market is correcting. Almost for the last 10, 12 years, seeing for many trading sessions, the market is correcting. So that is bearish. So if you are bearish on the market, you can buy a put option. So simply we will restrict ourselves to calls and puts. So what is a call option? What is a pull option? Put option. अब ये समझ लिए कि यदि आप bullish हैं market में, तो you should buy a call option. But if you are bearish in the market, you will buy a put option. But you have to understand कि जब आप खरीद रहे हैं तो there has to be someone on the other side जो sell कर रहा है. तो seller of the option is called a writer of the option, also called a seller of the option भी वो उसको बोलते हैं. तो आपने यदि call option buy किया, that means you are bullish. तो जिसने sell किया है इसका मतलब है he is not bullish at least. Maybe he is bearish or he has a different view. Likewise, when you are buying a put, that means you are bearish. लेकिन जो आपको पुट सेल कर रहा है, इसका मतलब है he or she is neither bearish or maybe could be sideways. So he has a different view. That is why the trade is happening. यदि दो लोग हैं और दोनों bullish रहेंगे तो फिर seller कहाँ से आएगा? So for any trade to happen, you have to have people who are having different views. Then only a trade can happen. So this is an important concept which you need to understand. तो जब आप bullish होते हैं market में तो you buy a call option. When you are bearish, you buy a put option. एंजल ब्रोकिंग मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन जो है ना, उसमें आपको सब कुछ अवेलेबल है. तो आप जैसे निफ्टी, वी जस्ट लुकिंग एट दिस चार्ट व्हिच यू कैन सी निफ्टी, दिस इज द डेरिवेटिव. सो दिस इज अ फ्यूचर्स, निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स. सो यू कैन सी द 25th March 2021. So that is the last trading day of this contract. So that is 25th March, that is a Thursday. So now you can see इसके नीचे what is there, you have something called option chain. We look at that. Then we will look at other aspects. Then we've got derivatives. We'll look at a few things here. So now the question comes is कि why trade options? मतलब लोग options क्यों trade करेंगे? एक क्या होता है hedge, effective hedge. Now we will take the questions and then we will proceed. There are some. So I'll take the questions from the latest to the oldest one. So which stock is good nowadays for long term, like 5 years? This is we have more of options discussion here, so we'll not be talking about that. In the time permitting, maybe we can look at that. Kajal has a question. Many analysts say that options trading is playing with double-edged sword. Which is better, stock trading or option trading? It's a very good question. You have to understand that markets are. You find that markets will always be, I would say, uncertainty. They will always be there in the markets. There is always so much of data flows that happens in the market. So yes, it is a double-edged sword. But those who know to play the sword well, meaning you have to learn how to wield the sword. Because if you don't know, अब आपको मालूम ही नहीं है कि तलवार को कैसे पकड़ना है या तलवार को कैसे चलाना है, तो नुकसान किसका होगा? लेकिन जो तलवार को पकड़ता है और तलवार को चलाना सीख जाता है, जीत तो उसकी होती है ना. If those who go in the war, those who know how to wield the sword and they learn how to wield the sword, they are winners. So ultimately, what happens is that options, yes, because it's a leverage instrument. So options are leverage instruments. So that's the reason you'll find that it is more of it's called a difficult play. Which is better, stock trading or option trading? I would say it would depend more on your risk appetite, your understanding of options. Because I know people who are trading only options. They basically buy stocks and hold them for long. And there are those who trade only stocks. Because वो risk appetite भी important होती है कि आपकी risk appetite कैसी है. तो risk appetite आपकी अच्छी है plus knowledge आपका अच्छा है, then options trading is very good. Or maybe you can start small and then you can as you build. But you have to understand कि somewhere you have to have risk management, money management. That is very important if you are to succeed in any trading, be it stock trading or options trading. वो बहुत जरूरी है. So next question will take what is hedging. Hedging basically means what? कि suppose जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल दिया कि आपके पास रिलायंस शेयर्स हैं पड़े हुए अकाउंट में, आपके अकाउंट में, डीमैट अकाउंट में, एंड द स्टॉक इज रिलायंस इज ट्रेडिंग एट 2100. तो आपको लगता है कि मे बी रिलायंस प्राइसेस स्टॉक्स कैन प्राइस कैन करेक्ट, but you don't want to exit your Reliance position. So what you can do, you can buy a Reliance put option because you are bearish, you are not bearish on the market, but you feel कि market can correct. तो आपने क्या किया, एक put option Reliance का खरीद लिया. तो put option आपने Reliance का खरीद लिया at a strike, suppose 2100 का strike, जिस प्राइस पे करंट भाव है उस पे आपने 2100 पे ले लिया. Say you are paying a premium of 20 rupees. And if the lot size is 500, so in that case what happens is 20 to 10,000 is what is the premium that you pay. तो अब यदि रिलायंस घटता है, गिरता है, तो आपका जो डीमैट अकाउंट में शेयर है उसकी वैल्यू घटेगी और आपका ऑप्शन प्रीमियम का वैल्यू बढ़ेगा. तो नेट नेट क्या होगा, यू विल नॉट बी लूजिंग दैट मच मनी एज कंपेयर्ड टू समवन हु इज नॉट हेज्ड हिज पोजीशन. So hope that answers your query. Yeah. So we will have both. Don't worry, we'll have it both. Yeah, what exactly is strike price? I'll come to that. Sir, probably first slide is displayed fine. Actually, I'm new, but I love stock and haven't. Okay, I'll take this question. Which indicator to buy? Why there several strikes? How to identify volatility? Very good questions. I will take your questions. Don't worry. Give me some time. I'll answer your queries. Let's move ahead. I'll answer all your queries. Don't worry. You can be rest assured. Now what happens is that why people trade options. So the first is hedge. So you can hedge your position, but you have to understand that you don't have options and features in all the stocks. So you have them in the most liquid stocks. So roughly around 150, 160 stocks you have, which are there in the FNO category. So if you have holdings which are others which are different from these stocks, then in that case you don't have a hedge opportunity. Second is options. Basically, they can give you can make large returns on the back of a small capital outlay. So the investment comparatively is less. compared to the returns. But you have to understand that what are the risks associated with that. So I will be covering that going forward. Then in this case, there is, if you are a buyer of option, मतलब आप ऑप्शन खरीदते हैं ना, सपोज आप bullish, if you are bullish on the market, you buy a call option. If you are bearish on the market, you buy a put option. So if you are buyer of option, then your maximum loss is always limited to the premium that you pay. तो आपने सपोज 4000 का प्रीमियम पे किया, so in that case वो वही प्रीमियम जो है मैक्सिमम रिस्क है, मतलब नो मैटर व्हाट हैपेंस यू विल नॉट लूज मोर देन 4000 रुपीज इफ यू आर अ बायर ऑफ ऑप्शन, क्योंकि आपने जो प्रीमियम पे किया दैट इज द मैक्सिमम लॉस दैट यू विल टेक. तो ऑप्शन बाइंग में वो एक फायदा है कि योर मैक्सिमम रिस्क इज limited to the option premium that you pay. Just to give you an example, suppose for today, if you look at today, we saw that there was a major correction in the market, in the index Nifty, and then later in the day it again pulled back. So suppose someone had bought a call option in the morning by paying a premium of say 40 rupees, just to give an example. Now what happens is when had bought a call option, market started going down, तो call option की वैल्यू क्या होगी, वो घटते जाएगी. तो कॉल ऑप्शन प्राइस वैल्यू स्टार्टेड डिक्लाइनिंग, सो 40 का सपोज 10 हो गया, वो 40 का ज्यादा से ज्यादा 0 होगा, बट उससे ज्यादा आपका लॉस नहीं होगा. तो आपको क्या मालूम है, 40 इंटू लॉट साइज कितना है निफ्टी का, 75. तो 40 इंटू 75 दैट इज द रफली 3000 रुपीज इज द मैक्सिमम लॉस दैट यू हैव ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड. तो ऑप्शंस में एक ये फायदा रहता है बाइंग साइड में कि यू विल नो व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम लॉस. बट इसका फ्लिप साइड क्या है कि ऑप्शंस ना यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि सिंपली बाइंग, जैसे आपने कोई ऑप्शन खरीद लिया और उसको एक्सपायरी तक होल्ड करना इज नेवर अ गुड आइडिया, बिकॉज इट हैज बीन फाउंड कि दोज हु बाय एंड होल्ड ऑप्शंस टिल एक्सपायरी, इन दैट केस 80% ऑफ द ऑप्शंस एक्सपायर वर्थलेस. तो क्या होगा कि आपने जो ऑप्शंस लिया, यदि आपने आज खरीदा और उसको एक्सपायरी तक होल्ड कर रहे हैं, तो सपोज आपने 100 ऑप्शंस लिया, जस्ट टू गिव एन एग्जांपल, तो इट्स मोर लाइकली दैट 80 ऑफ दोज ऑप्शंस विल एक्सपायर वर्थलेस, मतलब 80 ऑप्शंस जो है उसमें आपका पैसा चला जाएगा. तो इसीलिए ऑप्शन जो है उसमें टाइमिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो समझना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो आई विल बी कवरिंग दैट एज वेल, सो विल वेट टिल देयर. देन लेस प्राइस एंड हाई वोलेटिलिटी. तो इसमें क्या है, बिकॉज आप कम प्रीमियम पे आप 3000 रुपीज लगा के जो बाइंग अ निफ्टी ऑप्शन. नाउ इफ यू सी निफ्टी रफली अराउंड 14,500 600 से जब रफली अराउंड से 15,000. So if you multiply it by 75 lot size, it's more than 10 lakhs. तो 10 lakhs का वैल्यू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आप 3000 रुपीज में खरीद रहे हैं. तो द लेवरेज इज ह्यूज फ्रॉम दैट पर्सपेक्टिव. और होता क्या, समवन हैड अ क्वेश्चन, स्ट्राइक्स क्या होते हैं, विच स्ट्राइक्स टू बाय, आई विल बी कवरिंग ऑल दैट, डोंट वरी. तो ऑप्शंस में क्या होता है कि यू पे अ स्मॉल अमाउंट एंड देन you can make a killing also if the market moves in your favor and moves fast, because options is all about timing थोड़ा important है यदि आप बाइंग साइड ऑफ ऑप्शंस हैं. ऑप्शंस में क्या होता है कि आप इसमें ट्रेडिंग रेंज प्ले भी कर सकते हैं, और साथ में ट्रेंडिंग मार्केट्स में भी ऑप्शंस यू कैन ट्रेड. So now I will just talk about an important concept, couple of important concepts, and then we will look at the key points. Options, what happens is, I will now just move to this slide. So in this slide, you will find something written like Greeks and option chain. So for the moment, forget the Greeks, look at the option chain, that is the right side. So someone was asking what is the option chain and how to look at it. So this is what we are seeing is the angel broking option chain on a mobile application. So here you will see this gray, not gray, I would say, this blue line, horizontal line. तो ये जिस भी ऑप्शन पे है ना, आप ये समझिए कि दैट इज द एट द मनी ऑप्शन. तो ऑप्शन जो होते हैं ना, दे आर ऑफ 3 टाइप्स: एट द मनी ऑप्शन, इन द मनी ऑप्शन और आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शन. तो ये यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, विच इज कॉल्ड एटीएम, ओटीएम और आईटीएम. तो जब भी यू डोंट हैव टू वरी मच, यू जस्ट हैव टू लुक एट, जैसे सपोज अपने ऑप्शन चेन, जैसे निफ्टी का मैंने ऑप्शन चेन पे, आई विल जस्ट गो बैक टू दिस स्लाइड. जैसे यहाँ निफ्टी है, ये डेरिवेटिव्स है, इस पे मैंने ऑप्शन चेन पे क्लिक किया तो मैं यहाँ आ गया, आई कम हियर ऑन दिस स्क्रीन. सो दिस स्क्रीन में व्हाट आई एम सीइंग कि दिस इज मार्क ब्लू, दैट मींस दिस इज एटीएम एट द मनी. सो रफली यू सी यहाँ प्राइस भी क्या है निफ्टी का, मार्च फ्यूचर्स जो है 14,756, so roughly this is the closest to that 14,750, so this becomes the ATM. तो ये क्या होता है, this will keep on changing based on the price, how the price is changing, but it is the one which is closest to the current price. तो 14,750 ATM हो गया. उसके बाद फिर होता है OTM, that is out of money, और ITM, that is in the money. तो यहां आप देखिए, इट्स वेरी सिंपल टू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज व्हाट कॉल ऑप्शंस. तो ये जो, अब ये देखिए, दिस इज अ हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन एंड दिस इज द वर्टिकल लाइन. तो ये सब जो स्ट्राइक्स हैं, ये 14,750 स्ट्राइक है, 14,800, 850, 900, 950, 15,000, ये निफ्टी के स्ट्राइक्स हैं सारे. ये सारे निफ्टी के स्ट्राइक्स हैं, और ये एक्सपायरी है 25 मार्च का. तो यू कैन सी कि 25 मार्च का निफ्टी एक्सपायरी जो है, यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ लिखा है ना 25th March. So this is, you can select the expiry also. So this is 25th March. So 25th March की expiry के जो options के ये सारे strikes हैं. You have more. If you want to see more, you can see more. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on the up, 5 on the upside and 5 on the downside. So you have 11 strikes which you can see. You can see more also. तो इसमें क्या होता है? What you get here is, this is the ATM. Horizontal वाला जो blue line है, you can see this is blue color, so this is of a different color as compared to all this. So this becomes your ATM, and this is Nifty में you have strikes which are different from the other by 50 points. तो निफ्टी में 50 का डिफरेंस है, बैंक निफ्टी में 100 का डिफरेंस है. वैसे ही स्टॉक्स में अलग अलग उनका बेस्ड ऑन देयर प्राइसिंग वो डिफरेंस है. तो ये क्या है? ये कॉल ऑप्शन है और ये पुट ऑप्शन है. नाउ इट्स वेरी सिंपल. दिस इज 14,750. So 14,750, 25th March expiry call option is at last traded price was 132. वहीं 14,750 put option for the same expiry is at 125. So you know, okay, so this is at call option 14,750 is 132 and 14,750 put option is at 125. Now you see these are option strikes which are going higher. मतलब ये 14,800, 850, 900. So these are for call options ना, higher strikes are out of money. तो उसका क्या सिंपल तरीका है? You will find कि उसका ऑप्शन प्रीमियम घटते चला जाएगा. तो ये जो 750 वाला 132 था, वो 800 वाला becomes 105, 850 becomes 82 rupees, 14,900 is available at 63 rupees, 14,950 is at 45 rupees, and 15,000 is at 32 rupees. These are all for the March 25th expiry. That is this Thursday's expiry. So ये जो strikes, so this is important to understand, very important concept, कि जो strikes call option में, for call option, all the strikes which are above the ATM, they are called out of money. तो उसमें क्या होगा? प्रीमियम घटते चला जाएगा. और ये जो strikes उसके नीचे हैं, उसमें you see the premium starts increasing. So this is what 14,700, 650, 600, 550, 500. So in the call option, the premium will start increasing. जो 132 था, that becomes 160, 195, 229, 269, 300. So, but that is just the reverse in put options. So put options में what you will find is that as the strike grows higher, the premium increases. Whereas as the strike goes lower, the premium decreases. So call and put, they are very simple to understand. कि call options में all the strikes which are above the ATM, they are out of money. All the strikes which are below the ATM, they are in the money. और put option में all the strikes which are above the ATM, they are in the money, and all the strikes which are below the ATM, they are out of money. So you'll find कि they have started decreasing. So hope that you got some understanding there. So now I will come to this part which I was talking about. So here you see that this is what is explained. I explained here is in the money, at the money, and out of money. Call option and put option, which I explained there. So yeah, I will be doing that. Don't worry. I'll take the questions. Just let me move slightly ahead, and I'll answer your queries. Don't worry. Then there is something called intrinsic value, time value, and key Greeks. So I will just give you a brief idea as to what exactly is all this means. We have some more advanced webinars on option strategies, and so that also those who want to learn more, they can attend that. But here you have to understand is that all the options which I talked about, in the money option, at the money option, and out of money option. So intrinsic value basically is that means the option has value in that. So all the options which are in the money, they have intrinsic value. All the options which are out of money, they have zero intrinsic value. And time value is something which is very important. So time value is equal to the option value minus the intrinsic value. Don't get into this. I will explain that with an example. You'll get an idea. The other part is that time value premium decreases at an accelerated rate as the option approaches maturity. So what it means is ना कि जब आप कोई option buy करते हैं ना, तो there are, I'll be talking about these two things which are important, delta and theta. ये आपको समझना थोड़ा सा, मतलब यदि आप समझते हैं तो अच्छी बात है, otherwise I'll give you some thumb rules also which can help you out. So delta, what it means is that if the underlying, जो भी underlying है, मतलब underlying stock है, index है, उसमें यदि 1% मूव हो रहा है, तो देन हाउ मच द ऑप्शन इज मूविंग. सो डेल्टा की जो वैल्यू रहती है वो बिटवीन रेंजेस बिटवीन 0 and 1. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ द स्टॉक ऑप्शन जो है हैज अ डेल्टा ऑफ 0.65, तो इसका क्या मतलब हुआ कि अंडरलाइंग स्टॉक, सपोज इन्फोसिस का ऑप्शन आप देख रहे हैं, और उस स्ट्राइक का, हर एक स्ट्राइक का डेल्टा अलग रहेगा, तो उस स्ट्राइक का डेल्टा यदि 0.65 है, तो इसका क्या मतलब हुआ कि यदि इन्फोसिस शेयर ₹1 से बढ़ेगा, तो ऑप्शन जो है वो 0.65 पर शेयर से बढ़ेगा. मतलब यदि 3 है तो 3.65 हो जाएगा ऑप्शन का वैल्यू. So that is something called delta. And the second important Greek is something called theta. So don't worry, I will show with an example, you'll understand it. Just have patience. So theta क्या है? Measures an option's rate of decay. तो ऑप्शन जो है ना वो डीके, मतलब ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है थोड़ा सा समझने के लिए. आई एक्सप्लेन बोथ इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी. मेजर डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ फ्यूचर्स एंड एन ऑप्शंस इज थीटा, दैट इज डीके. Futures you can buy today. So for example, you buy Nifty at Nifty March futures, which will expire on 25th March at say 14,750. On 14,700 on 25th, that is March, the price is at 14,750. So you will not lose money, you will not make money. But that is not going to happen when you are buying an option. So if you bought a call option or a put option, you had to pay some premium. But if it does not go anywhere and it closes, say below, means it closes out of money, that means you're not making any money. In that case, your entire value of the option becomes zero. So you don't get anything, you lose the entire money. So this is something called theta. So it measures an option's rate of decay over time. So that's the reason it is very well advised कि when you are trading in options, don't hold your options for very long. मतलब यदि आप weekly option trade करते हैं तो avoid holding for 4 days, 5 days. You will never make money. If you're trading weekly options, 1 day and couple of hours, maximum 2 days is max. If you're trading monthly options, then you can still hold for a week, 10 days, 15 days still. But there again, you have to be cautious because options buying का सबसे बड़ा, you have to understand कि the biggest enemy of an option buyer is time, and the biggest friend of an option seller is time. तो जो ऑप्शन सेलर है ना, वो ये चाहता है कि प्राइस कहीं नहीं जाए, तो ऑप्शन की वैल्यू घटते चली जाएगी एंड ही और शी विल मेक मनी. And option buyer will always expect or want a trend to happen, either a sharp uptrend or a downtrend, then he or she will make money. तो ये एक मेजर डिफरेंस है जो आपको समझना जरूरी है कि बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं, वो ऑप्शंस को खरीद के टिल एक्सपायरी होल्ड करते हैं. दैट यू विल नेवर मेक मनी. 80% of your options will expire worthless. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to hold on to your option for a short period of time. जब आपको मौका मिले निकल जाइए. ये एक्सपेक्ट करना कि एक्सपायरी तक होल्ड करूंगा कुछ हो जाएगा, तो यू विल फाइंड कि if you have been trading that way, you just look at the past track record, it will not be favorable. So that's something which is something very important to understand. तो अब मैं आता हूं एंजल ब्रोकिंग ने, वी हैव स्टार्टेड अ न्यू फीचर हियर, यू कैन सी जैसे ये निफ्टी, नाउ सी दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यहाँ आप ये देखिए तो आप समझ जाएंगे। तो ये क्या है, ये मैंने अभी इसको मैं फिर से एक बार समझा देता हूँ। ये जो मैं बात कर रहा था दैट वाज ऑप्शन चेन। So option chain you are getting to see, and where you can see this option chain, as I said, you click on Nifty, this is the derivatives, you click on option chain, you get to see the option chain. Okay, and so here we are. तो ऑप्शन चेन मैंने बताया कि स्ट्राइक्स निफ्टी में 50 पॉइंट्स के स्ट्राइक्स रहते हैं, और यहाँ जो भी ये वाला जो कलर्ड है, मतलब लाइट ब्लू कलर है, दिस इज एटीएम, और ये सारे जो जो दो कॉलम्स हैं, दीज आर कॉल ऑप्शंस, एंड दीज टू कॉलम्स आर पुट ऑप्शंस। तो यू विल फाइंड कि जो भी कॉल ऑप्शन में जो भी एटीएम के ऊपर है वो सब आउट ऑफ मनी है, जो भी बिलो है वो इन द मनी ऑप्शंस है। इसीलिए इन द मनी ऑप्शंस आर ऑलवेज एक्सपेंसिव एज कंपेयर टू आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शन। और पुट्स में क्या होता है, उसका रिवर्स है कि जो ऑप्शंस ऊपर हैं यू विल फाइंड दे आर एक्सपेंसिव, दे आर इन द मनी, और जो नीचे हैं दे आर आउट ऑफ मनी, सो दे आर चीपर। सो होप दैट गॉट सम अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर। नाउ दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, यहाँ जब आप निफ्टी पे ये क्लिक करते हैं ना इस पे, तो यहाँ डेरिवेटिव्स, जैसे जस्ट आई विल गो बैक एंड शो यू हियर, you see when you click on nifty you have this option chain, you have something called derivatives here, technicals, overview and all that. So you click on derivatives, so you will come on this page. तो यहाँ क्या है, what you are seeing is spot कितना चल रहा है, OI कितना है, open interest कितना है, volume कितना है, और एक new feature we have added which will give you of this. Now just see here, this is what Nifty 25th expiry CE. CE means what? C is for call and E is for European. जितने भी ऑप्शंस जो इंडिया में ट्रेड होते हैं ना, दे आर यूरोपियन स्टाइल ऑप्शंस, मतलब दे कैन बी एक्सरसाइज ओनली ऑन द एक्सपायरी। तो इसीलिए C इज फॉर कॉल एंड E इज फॉर यूरोपियन। उसी तरह से PE रहेगा, मतलब P इज फॉर पुट एंड E इज फॉर यूरोपियन। तो नाउ जस्ट सी दिस, so this is Nifty 25th expiry call option 14,750 strike. So 14,750 we saw here, na 14,750. What is the price here? 132.5. You're getting the same price, 132.5. You can do buy sell. Now here you are getting the delta, you are getting the theta, you are getting the gamma, and you are getting vega. ये सब अदर ग्रीक्स हैं, ये हम लोग ज्यादा एडवांस में बात करेंगे, बट यू कैन लुक एट इनिशियली टू स्टार्ट विद, यू कैन लुक एट दिस। तो डेल्टा इसका क्या है? 0.51। मतलब यदि निफ्टी एक पॉइंट से मूव करेगा तो डेल्टा जो, मतलब ऑप्शन जो है वो 0.5 से मूव करेगा, और थीटा जो है यहाँ 23.6, मतलब कि ये जो 14,750 स्ट्राइक का जो कॉल ऑप्शन है, दिस कॉल ऑप्शन, आई विल एक्सप्लेन बोथ इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी। फर्स्ट आई विल एक्सप्लेन इन हिंदी, देन आई विल एक्सप्लेन इन इंग्लिश। ये 14,750 का कॉल ऑप्शन जो 25 मार्च को एक्सपायर कर रहा है, जिसका प्राइस 132.50 है, उसका डेल्टा 0.51 है। मतलब यदि निफ्टी एक पॉइंट से बढ़ता है अंडरलाइंग, तो ये ऑप्शन जो है 0.5 से बढ़ेगा, मतलब 132.5 जो है वो 133 के करीब होगा। और थीटा, ये जो थीटा यहाँ दिया है 23.6 माइनस, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ कि एक दिन में यदि निफ्टी कहीं नहीं मूव करता है, तो निफ्टी की जो वैल्यू है वो 23-24 पॉइंट से निफ्टी की जो प्रीमियम है जो 132 है, वो 132 माइनस 24 आप कर लीजिए, तो रफली उतना वो घट जाएगा। तो यही, इसीलिए ऑप्शन को अ डीकेइंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट कहते हैं। ऑप्शन का प्रीमियम इसीलिए एवरीडे घटता चला जाता है, और जैसे जैसे द क्लोजर इट कम्स टू एक्सपायरी, उतने फास्ट पेस पे दैट ऑप्शन प्रीमियम डीकेज। सो नाउ आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस इन इंग्लिश। Now here you have this strike 14,750 call option 25th March expiry, which was trading at 132.5. So you are seeing that the delta is 0.51. So if Nifty goes up by 1 point, the delta, that is this option, will go up by 0.5 points. So 132.5 will become 133. But at the same time, the theta of this option, theta is very important, because ये 23.6, what is it minus telling me? कि in a day this option can lose 24 points if nothing happens also. So this is something which is called ऑप्शन डीके, टाइम डीके. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो इससे आपको एक आइडिया लग जाएगा कि कितना पॉइंट्स निफ्टी में डेली लूज हो सकता है, तो आपको होल्ड करना चाहिए, नहीं होल्ड करना चाहिए. उसके बाद यू गेट टू नो द डेल्टा, and then you have other option Greeks like gamma and vega, so which we will talk more in the advanced webinar. And here you get to see long built up. ये सब आप देख सकते हैं किस स्ट्राइक में ज्यादा बिल्ट अप हुआ है, कौन सा स्ट्राइक में. You can see all that, and there's a lot of data which you can have a look at. तो इससे क्या होगा ना, आपको क्लैरिटी आएगी. ये न्यू हम लोगों ने ऐड किया है, ये वैल्यू ऐड किया है, तो इसे आप देख सकते हैं. एंड यू कैन डेफिनेटली गेन मोर आइडिया. Now the next question comes is ki, what are the things that you need to do to trade options successfully. मतलब क्या ट्रेडिंग रूल्स होने चाहिए ऑप्शंस ट्रेड करने के लिए. तो सबसे पहले स्टे अवे फ्रॉम डीप इन द मनी ऑप्शंस. मतलब डीप इन द मनी ऑप्शंस, आई विल जस्ट गो बैक टू दिस स्लाइड. कि सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल निफ्टी ये है 14,750 स्ट्राइक. सो दिस इज आई एम सीइंग कि एटीएम इज एट 132. तो डीप इन द मनी मतलब 14,500 है, तो वो 306 का है. तो अब क्या है, आप ना यहाँ 300 इसको क्लिक करेंगे तो आपको इसका डेल्टा दिख जाएगा. ये 14,500 का कितना डेल्टा है, कितना थीटा है. तो ये सब क्या हर एक स्ट्राइक्स का डिफरेंट रहेगा, एंड दे विल आल्सो कीप ऑन चेंजिंग. दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो आपने शुरू में देख लिया वही नहीं रहेगा. इट विल कीप ऑन चेंजिंग, बट इट विल गिव यू अ वेरी गुड आइडिया. तो आप इसको एक्सप्लोर करना शुरू कर सकते हैं. और इसके अलावा व्हाट यू कैन डू इज कि इफ यू मींस सो इफ यू आर बाइंग ऑप्शंस, डोंट बाय डीप इन द मनी ऑप्शंस. मतलब बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्राइक्स, एटीएम जो स्ट्राइक है उससे बहुत ज्यादा दूर वाले, मतलब इन द मनी ऑप्शंस, बहुत डीप इन द मनी खरीदने की जरूरत नहीं है. और यू शुड स्टे अवे फ्रॉम डीप आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस. मतलब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ये निफ्टी 14,750 है. अब ये 15,000 का जो ऑप्शन है, कॉल ऑप्शन, वो आपको 32 रुपीज में मिल रहा है. तो बहुत लोग बोलेंगे अरे 32 रुपीज में मिल रहा है, इट इज वेरी गुड, आई विल बाय दिस. बट एंड हियर यू आर सीइंग कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी इसमें काफी बिल्ट अप है. बट व्हाई डू यू वांट टू बाय दिस. मतलब निफ्टी में भी 250 पॉइंट का मूव होगा, देन ओनली यू हैव अ चांस, मोर देन दैट देन ओनली यू विल हैव अ चांस ऑफ मेकिंग सम मनी. तो जस्ट बिकॉज वो सस्ता मिल रहा है यू शुड नॉट बाय. सो डीप डीप आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस भी अवॉइड करना चाहिए, और डीप इन द मनी ऑप्शंस भी जो है वो अवॉइड करना चाहिए. तो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कम्स इज कि फिर कौन से ऑप्शंस खरीदने चाहिए, आइडियली विच आर द स्ट्राइक्स दैट यू शुड बाय. तो उसमें क्या है, द बेस्ट इज एट द मनी ऑप्शन. आप देख सकते हैं बट वो थोड़ा सा एक्सपेंसिव आएगा. तो यू कैन बाय स्लाइटली 1 or 2 स्ट्राइक्स आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस विच यू कैन बाय, और मे बी एक्सपायरी के दिन तो एट द मनी ऑप्शंस आल्सो यू कैन बाय, क्योंकि वो फास्ट आपको मिल सकता है, या वोलेटिलिटी हो तो आउट ऑफ मनी भी. लेकिन ये नहीं कि बहुत दूर वाला एक्सपायरी, अब वो 5 रुपए में मिल रहा है, 2 रुपए में मिल रहा है, लेकिन उसमें मूवमेंट उतनी होगी तभी वो पैसा बनेगा. दैट इज, so if it is a very volatile day and there's a very sharp move, then you can hit a jackpot. That also is there, but that is something which you have, matlab it will happen, but it will rarely happen. That's something which you have to understand. So when you're buying options, either ATM, जैसे आपने देखा कि 14,750 ATM है, तो 2 स्ट्राइक ऊपर 2 स्ट्राइक नीचे, इसी में 4-5 स्ट्राइक में ही आप ट्रेड कर सकते हैं, मतलब करना चाहिए. और टू गेट इवन बेटर क्वालिटी, क्लिक ऑन दैट स्ट्राइक एंड लुक एट की डेल्टा क्या है, थीटा क्या है, और उसके हिसाब से आपको जो जो जिसका डेल्टा ज्यादा हो दैट इज बेटर, और जिसका थीटा कम हो दैट इज बेटर. तो थीटा कम हो मतलब उसका डीके कम होगा, डेल्टा ज्यादा हो मतलब वो ज्यादा मूव होगा, मतलब जैसा निफ्टी में मूव होगा वैसे ही उसमें मूव होगा. तो जितना इन द मनी होगा वो क्लोजर टू 1 होगा, जितना आउट ऑफ मनी होगा वो उतना क्लोजर टू 0 होगा. होप दैट clarifies your point. So options basically gives you all this opportunity, wherein you can both be a bullish and bearish. तो वो एक फायदा है कि स्टॉक में आप स्टॉक्स खरीदते हैं तो यू ऑलवेज हैव टू बी बुलिश, बट ऑप्शंस में यू कैन बी बोथ बुलिश एंड बेरिश. So you can do many strategies and you can trade options very differently. So now before I come to one slide, I'll take the questions because there are so many questions which have come. So we'll take the questions. So I will start from top now, and don't worry, I'll take all the questions. We'll go fast. सर ऑप्शंस चेन कैसे चेंज होते हैं वो मैंने बताया, सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस लेवल नहीं, सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस लेवल्स ऑप्शंस पे विरल, डोंट लुक एट सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस लेवल्स ऑन ऑप्शंस, नॉट अ गुड आइडिया, नेवर अ गुड आइडिया। बिकॉज ऑप्शंस में क्या होता है, टाइम डीके है, थीटा है, तो वो ऑप्शन की वैल्यू, आपको सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस देखना है तो अंडरलाइन पे देखिए। सपोज निफ्टी में है तो निफ्टी में आप कैश पे देखिए, फ्यूचर्स पे देखिए। ऑप्शन, निफ्टी ऑप्शन का सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस को आप वैल्यू मत कीजिए, वो अंडरलाइन का वैल्यू कीजिए। होप दैट आंसर्स योर क्वेरी। This I have, Kajal, I have answered your query. Which stocks this? So we're not having a stock specific. So for that you can refer to our top picks. Ronit, what you can do na, Angel Broking website pe we have our top picks research section mein, we have our topics, monthly topics are there. So there you can refer for long term picks. Nimisha, I have talked about strikes, so I think you've got that. Uh, Anonymous. Actually, I'm very new to this field. I'd love to, but haven't done much. So please, what should I do as a beginner? But I want to, and please suggest some basic knowledge. Please attend some of our webinars. Don't become very excited or don't become very overconfident. To start, there is there is one saying, na, slow and steady wins the race. Start small, learn slowly, and increase your risk slowly, and learn to manage your risk. That is very important. Is there a specific time to buy options? That's a very good question. You can use technical analysis to time your option buying. That can definitely help you. वो आपको help कर सकता है. Which indicators is used for buying option? Basically, for option, na, you have to. This is Harsh Harshgan. Which indicators? Basically, options. May I'll just explain to you. If you're buying options, ultimately what are you buying? You're buying the underlying. जैसे आप निफ्टी ऑप्शन स्ट्राइक 14,750 खरीद रहे हैं, if you're buying nifty 14,750 call option, ultimately you are basing it on nifty. So you should have some technical indicators on nifty underlying. तो वहां आप indicators लगाइए. We have some very good webinars on technical analysis. आप उसको refer कीजिए, तो that will help you even better. What's the market depth? Basically, market depth tells you that how many buyers are there, how many sellers are there at each price at different levels. But that also is very deceptive. You have to be careful, because many times the actual quantity is hidden. It doesn't come out that well. Why are there several strike price? What is the advantage? Several strike prices are there so that you can. It depends upon the buyer or the seller which strike they want to enter. So in options you have got different strikes. In futures it is only the monthly futures which are there. How to identify volatility in options? That is a good question. So here you can look at something called India VIX. India VIX, India VIX, you can find this on NSE. NSE this data. This is a very good indicator. It can tell you when the VIX is increasing. So when the volatility increases, na, you will. I'll give you an examples also. When the volatility increases, the premium will increase. Now, suppose next week there is an, or say for example today is what, Monday, say Wednesday or Thursday there is an RBI policy. So you will find that all the option premium of Nifty Bank and Bank Nifty, they will increase significantly. Why? Because market is expecting the market to be very volatile, and even the banking stocks, there, if they have options, their option premium will also increase. So volatility is a factor of events, both known and unknown events. And also it is a factor of fear, because volatility has a lot to do with fear. So if there is very much fear and pessimism in the market, you will find at that point of time that and volatility is there, fear, the markets could be highly volatile, and then the premium is relatively higher. Then the next question is, if I'm bullish in a stock, then I naked call. You can go for a call option, no doubt about it, but you have to have some valid reason. You can make a lot of money if you are able to time the market in that sense. Will you share this PPT, please? Definitely, we can share. I'll ask the concerned person to mail it to all of you. Market depth I've talked about. Explained what I need to explain. Please. Tell how to choose bank nifty strike. Yeah, just like in nifty you have a, yeah, I'll go back to this previous slide of mine. Yeah, So here you can see Bank Nifty, Nifty we have 14,750, 14,800. Bank Nifty, what you will have? You will have say 35,100, 35,200. So Bank Nifty strikes are separated by 100 points each. So Bank Nifty is more volatile, so you can buy 3-4 strikes above also, 3-4 strikes out of money also. Hope that answers your query. How can we trade in range bound market? In range bound market, option selling is a better idea, but option selling you require higher margins. So there, because as I said, in a range bound market, time is a friend. Time is a friend of the option seller, but an enemy of the option buyer. But in a trending market, I would say then it is the option buyer who's at an advantage. Is it possible to substantiate with illustrative examples? So I have explained that here. I think that will help you. That would have helped you. I have doubt. I bought Nifty put having expiry or the yeah. See, if premium reaches 0.45, na, then the possibility of it going up reduces significantly, because that clearly means that it is now more or less worthless until unless some major thing happens. But there also it has to be a major move, then only. So my point is that Rajiv ji, that if you are buying options, if you are trading on expiry, first of all, for all of you, if you are trading options, don't simply buy option and hold it till expiry. You never do that. Means if you ask me, I will say, if just to give an example, if I am trading a weekly option, Nifty or Bank Nifty, then today or maximum next day I should be out. If I'm trading a monthly contract, then I'll hold for a few weeks. That's okay. Couple of weeks, 1 to 2 week max, because there also the option premium will decline, because you will find that theta is impacting your premium. So please start looking at all this data which is now available on our mobile application. That will help you significantly. What study do we have to do before trading options? Before trading options, I would say do some sort of, I would say, technical analysis that can help you. You can also look at the open interest data. I will be talking about that as well, so which will be helpful. So we'll look at that. Due to my view, Nifty is going down, then which is giving more profit. Sell the call or buy the put. Uh, but anytime buying the put will give you more profit, because a put can multiply many times, but selling a call will only give you a limited profit. So multiplier effect you will get in buying of options. But there again, Geeta, you'll have to have a timing. It becomes very important. We'll take the next question. Please suggest some books to learn options trading better. For that, I can refer you the author Macmillan. You can search. Macmillan is very good on options. You can look at Macmillan. Then how do we know the delta is 0.65? So there's a calculation. The Black-Scholes model is there, and based on that, all these option Greeks are calculated. So you can simply, as I said, you can look at the so all the work here is done. So you can look at this particular strike 14,750 delta is this. You want to look at 14,007, click on that, you'll get the delta. So you can look at the derivatives. You click on derivatives, you get the delta. Sir, can you please repeat the difference between options and futures? Futures and options, basically, futures kya hai? Futures is more of a instrument where futures you have both unlimited profit and unlimited loss. One, because the market can fall significantly if you're buying of options, if you're buying a future. So that is one. Future margin requirement is significantly higher. And options, the margin requirement, that is a premium, is very less. If you are a buyer of options, then your this is limited. But the other thing is that since options have time decay, the option value can become zero. Futures, if the future does not go anywhere, so you don't lose money. So that's a major difference between futures and options. Otherwise, they all have expiry dates. What is ATM stands for? At the money. So this 14,750, which you can see, this blue line, light blue line, this is at the money. Why I'm saying at the money? Because Nifty, this contract is at 14,000. So it is closest to the underlying price. So that is why it is called at the money. No, you cannot do that, Rishiraj, because it is an European option. That is only valid for the American option. Yes, this presentation can be shared. Examples of ITM, OTM, and ATM. So I have explained that. So this is the ATM. For call options, all the strikes above the ATM, they are out of money. All the strikes which are below the ATM, they are in the money. And it is just the opposite for put options. How to decide whether to go for a selling call? I have explained that basically it would depend upon, never go for naked selling of options. Important point. If you're selling an option, always go for a strategy. Otherwise, don't go for a naked sell, because that can really wipe you out. Because people, many I know, not many, but few people I know, they go naked sell, and if they do on expiry, and you don't have an exit strategy, you can get wiped out. Because a 5 rupee option on expiry sometimes becomes a 200 rupee expire, 200 on the same day expiry day. So just means that you are selling for 5, but you are covering it at 200. So it's a huge loss. So if you are never start with selling options if you are new to options. Very important point which I am highlighting. That if you are new to options, never start selling options one. If you are new to options, don't treat options like stocks. You should exit fast, because otherwise time decay will eat your premium, even if you are right. So even if you are right, after 5 days, you will say, oh, right, the market is moving in my direction, but I'm not making money. Why? Because the option premium is declining because of theta, which you can see, oh, this is a theta, so it is declining. Then how to read the chart and place for that you will have to, Hitesh, you'll have to attend our webinars on technical analysis, because they'll help you to understand when to enter, when to exit. Yes, Hitesh, that's correct. One more time, I've explained, if someone chooses, then this will be greater, then the price should be ATM, right? The prices, and if someone choose call option, then the price should be greater than the ATM. No. It's not like that. The price here at the money, you just have to understand that at the money is more or less equal to that, but you can choose anyone. You can choose these strikes also. You can choose these strikes. So you can choose in the money for call option or out of money. That is entirely your hedge, your this. But you should, as I said, if you're trading options, ideally 2 3 strikes, 2 strikes above, 2 strikes below is in the money, out of money is what you should throw. You should look at. Can we put hedge order like buy option with sell option? No, that we are not currently having. We are looking at that. Same question for PE. Correct. So hope you got it. What is open interest is the number of outstanding contracts. So any contract, suppose you are buying a call option. Now you have bought, but till the time you don't square off that call option, that contract is open, na? Your position is open, so that is called open interest. Yeah, you have to update it maybe, and if in case you have further, then please write to us. We'll be able to help you. This I've explained. Participant, how to identify volatility, what is the range for uh, theta. That varies. Depending upon other factors. How to choose stocks for option trading? If you are looking at stocks for options trading, yeah, this is a very good question by Dhananjay. Always look at those stocks which are most liquid. लिक्विड स्टॉक्स में ही ऑप्शंस ट्रेड कीजिए, मतलब निफ्टी 50 में, बिकॉज रफली यू गॉट 150 160 रफली अराउंड 160 155 156 स्टॉक्स इन दिस कैटेगरी, और उसमें यूल फाइंड की लिक्विडिटी इज ओनली इन, मतलब गुड लिक्विडिटी मींस जिसमें बिड एंड आस्क स्प्रेड कम हो, wherein your buying and selling can be good, where there is good open interest, so those stocks will be comparatively less, so you should trade in those stocks only. Sir, in chart which time frame should be there? Ideally, if you're trading Nifty Bank Nifty, then 15 minutes, 5 minutes you can look at. If you're trading stocks intraday, then don't go below 15 minutes. How to calculate stock price versus options price? So this question I'm not clear as to what you mean. So you can also, in the end, I will leave my email ID. So if you have further queries, because we'll take some questions. So this is not very clear, but you can write to me. I'll leave my email ID in the end. I will revert back as that. How to select stocks? For that, Santosh, you'll have to use technical analysis for trading. What are the range for theta? As I said, theta, the ranges can vary depending upon the stock or the, and also on other factors like volatility. Which indicators should be helpful? Technical indicators you should use. How can I analyze stock options? Stock options, I said, look at, do some understanding, have some understanding of technicals that will help you basically identify which stocks to trade, and you can trade. But in options, when you're trading stock options, limit yourself to the most liquid ones. Naked call buy is good for April month expiry. This I could not understand. I am beginner. Please suggest. uh, I would say ki before investing or trading, get some knowledge, because knowledge is very important. So I think you should attend some of our webinars on options, then on technicals. That will help you. RSI VWAP use कर सकते हैं. हाँ, these are technical indicators. You can definitely use them. Please discuss daily bank nifty option strategies. Uh, So here we are not basically discussing any specific strategy. For strategies, we have another webinar which is there. But for options, if you really want to trade options, Nifty or Bank Nifty, there are a couple of things which you have to keep in mind. They are extremely fast. So the premium will go up like a rocket, come down like a rocket. So you have to, timing becomes very important. So if you are able to get some knowledge on technical analysis, then you have a very good chance of doing well in this strategy. What does the strike price indicate? So these are all the strikes which are available. So if this is a strike at which the trade has been executed. So this is a strike between the buyer and the seller, and that is a premium that is paid. Can you tell me the stocks which can be which we can do? I talked about that. Is option to stock is 1:2. No. This will keep on changing, Dilip. The delta will keep on changing. This will not remain the same. If I buy in the money, how can I earn? Because you will still earn if you if you're buying a call option and the market moves in your favor, you will earn. But if it moves fast, you will earn more. Can you explain the covered call selling and all? So these option strategies we will be having in our these are covered in our separate webinar on options. I think maybe you can attend that. There you'll get a better idea. Is there an insurance policy for loss? That's Abhishek, I don't think that's available. Why premium not changes and stock price? Yeah, that's a good question, Rahul. All these factors, because if you're buying a deep out of money where the delta is very low, na, the premium will not change. So बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं, वो सस्ता ऑप्शन खरीद लेते हैं क्योंकि उनको प्रीमियम कम देना पड़ता है, और वो बोलते हैं अरे प्राइस तो इतना चेंज हो रहा है बट ऑप्शन प्राइस क्यों नहीं चेंज हो रहा है. इसलिए नेवर 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 बाय डीप आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस, बिकॉज वो सस्ता तो है बट वो फायदे का नहीं है. Any book to learn more on options trading? I would say options trading may specifically you can look at Macmillan. As I said, he's considered the best in Macmillan on options. So that's a good work. Can you please help change why how? Yeah, OI I'll talk about. Then option buyers, how much I need in trading account to buy one Nifty. That will vary because Ashwini, that will vary because अब options buy करते हैं तो expiry वाले दिन आप 200 रुपए में भी trade कर सकते हैं, 400-500 में भी कर सकते हैं, और यदि other days में you might require, so ideally at least 10-15,000 20,000 रहे तो आप कुछ options trade कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसमें आप risk रखना पड़ेगा. Risk management is very important. So, is there any group of angel broking like WhatsApp or Telegram? So, if you're asking for this, you're getting added to this, you can mail it to me. Mail me. I will give my mail ID in the end. maybe we can do something there. What study do we have for trading options? How to analyze option chain? Option chain basically is analysis is what I was showing you. So there's nothing more in that. So डेल्टा कितना कम हो तो बाय ना करें. डेल्टा जितना ज्यादा हो उतना बेटर है आपके लिए, क्योंकि उतना आपको वो स्टॉक मूव करेगा. अभी राहुल ने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि डेल्टा वो अब प्राइस तो बढ़ रहा है स्टॉक प्राइस, लेकिन ऑप्शन ही नहीं बढ़ रहा बिकॉज वो डेल्टा कम है. तो जितना डेल्टा आपका ज्यादा होगा, 1 के जितना करीब होगा, उतना फास्ट उतना पैसा आपको बनेगा. बट वो सब सस्ता नहीं मिलेगा ऑप्शन, ये भी समझना जरूरी है. Hull is also a good book on options, but that's more, I would say, refer to Macmillan. Macmillan on options is the book which you can look at. Sir, is it better to trade with one lot? Yeah. Start small. Always start small. Minimum amount to trade, ideally, you should have at least 25,000 to trade options to start with. But there again, you need to trade one lot. Or maybe if you are new to options, you can look at currency options. करेंसी ऑप्शंस यूएसडी आईएनआर से आप शुरू कीजिए, उसमें तो और कम से आप शुरू करते हैं. बिकॉज सीखना यदि ऑब्जेक्टिव है तो ज्यादा पैसा लॉस करके सीखने का लगा के क्या लॉस करके या सीखने का क्या मतलब है लगा के. आप उसमें शुरू कर सकते हैं, कॉन्फिडेंस गेन होता है, देन यू कैन मूव टू निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी. हाउ मेनी निफ्टी बैंक कैन आई गेट एट 10,000? दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट टू आंसर बिकॉज हर एक ऑप्शंस के ना बैंक निफ्टी के अलग अलग स्ट्राइक है. तो हो सकता है कोई आपको ऑप्शन 1000 में भी मिल जाए तो आप 10 ले सकते. यदि कोई 2000 मिला तो 5 लॉट. तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन विच स्ट्राइक्स यू बाय. सर, आई वांट मोर एडवांस कोर्स. प्लीज शुभम अटेंड आवर ऑप्शन स्ट्रेटजीज वेबिनार. दैट विल हेल्प यू. which app better option, Zerodha or Angel Broking? Angel Broking anytime. Why do we require huge amounts to sell options first? Because option selling carries I would say undefinable risk, means unlimited risk. इसीलिए option selling जो है ना, उसमें margins are required significantly higher. Is OTM call or put is better than ATM? OTM is better, no good, but don't buy deep out of money. मतलब क्या है? Just to give an example, suppose Nifty is trading at 14,750. So 14,800 is OTM for call option, 850 is OTM, 14,000. तो ये सब आप 2-3 स्ट्राइक ऊपर नीचे खरीद लीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इन द मनी भी 2-3 स्ट्राइक, तो 2-3 स्ट्राइक एटीएम के ऊपर, 2-3 स्ट्राइक एटीएम के नीचे, दैट इज बेस्ट. और उसी तरह से बैंक निफ्टी में थोड़ा सा ज्यादा आपको 4-5 स्ट्राइक ऊपर 4-5 स्ट्राइक नीचे लेना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज बैंक निफ्टी में वोलेटिलिटी ज्यादा है, बिकॉज एंड उसमें 100 पॉइंट्स का डिफरेंस है. There are many questions. I'll just try to be quick. If my risk per trade is 1,000, how many lots of Bank Nifty can I get for 15,000? So if your risk per trade is 1,000, but so it will depend that at what price you are buying an option. Now, just to give an example, suppose you are buying the Bank Nifty. You are buying a Bank Nifty option, and if the premium is 5,000, so in that case you can buy 3 lots. But your risk, if your risk per trade is only 1,000, that means for every lot your risk is only 300 rupees. So you will have to look at it from that perspective कि आप कितना premium pay कर रहे हैं per lot. Then you can come to how many lots you can place, and you should look at कि every lot में what is the risk that I'm willing to take. What are the works of delta and theta? So delta and theta, basically theta is time decay. Delta is, it tells you how much the option will move as compared to the underlying move. How to be updated about our webinars? Yeah, that's a very good question. I will just take a moment and just one second. You all can see this webinars.angelbroking.site. Can you see this site? Yes, time value is the first step in success. Yeah, can you all see this? Webinars.angelbroking. Why is that? Okay. Yes. Now can you all see? Okay. Yeah. So you all can go to this https webinars.angelbroking.com. So here we have these webinars which are slated when for today, for tomorrow, and for the next week. So you have these. So you can just go and you can register yourself. So once a week you can go to this site and you will get to know which are the webinars which are coming up. Like tomorrow on 24th there is a learn power of Japanese candlesticks. So if you want to learn about that, you can do. Then there is one option strategies. This is on 26th March. So if you want to learn, so there are all these options, these webinars which are there. So you can go and you can learn from them. So hope that helps. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll take up, I think most of the questions I've answered. Uh, I'll just go fast and we will see. Rishiraj, you just said to hold a contract for maximum. Then how will I end the contract before expiry? No, no, you can square off your position anytime. वो तो आप अभी ऋषिराज खरीद के 2 मिनट में स्क्वायर कर सकते हैं. मतलब आइडियली मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि जितना ज्यादा समय आप रखेंगे उतना ऑप्शन का वैल्यू घटते जाएगा. तो जितना जल्दी आप ऑप्शन से एग्जिट कर सकते हैं और तो बाय करके आपको कोई रोक नहीं रहा. आप 5 मिनट में बेच दीजिए आपको फायदा हो रहा है तो, या 10 मिनट में, वो उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. यू कैन होल्ड, मतलब एक्सपायरी तक आप होल्ड कर सकते हैं. बट माय पॉइंट इज कि यू शुड नॉट होल्ड फॉर लॉन्ग इफ देयर इज नो वैलिड रीजन. क्योंकि ऑप्शन जो थीटा है वो टाइम वैल्यू जो है वो डीके करेगा तो आपके ऑप्शन प्रीमियम जो है उसकी वैल्यू घटेगी. प्लीज कैन यू हेल्प दिस. तो why I've already talked about how to understand what is the right time to square off position. For that you'll have to use technicals. What can be best strategy? I would say that would depend from individual to individual. Some are comfortable being on the buying side, some like to be on the sell side. I've already told Shubham on 26th you can attend this. So I think that will be there. It would be better if you can conduct on simple. Yeah. So Santosh, you can attend this 26th March webinar on option strategies. You'll get more idea. Should we go through advisory which is above? Yeah, you can definitely look at that, please, sir. Say different time frame. Yeah, different time frames means in if you're looking at index trading because they're very liquid, 5 minutes, 15 minutes is good. For stocks, you can look at 15 minutes, 30 minutes, hourly. That you can look, but always look at the daily chart and trend. Can you which are more liquid? Nothing doing. Megha, what you can do? Na Nifty 50 stocks. You look at it; they are more than sufficient if you want to trade options. निफ्टी 50 एनएससी के साइड से आपको, या हम लोग के इस पे भी निफ्टी 50 एंजल ब्रोकिंग के मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन में यू सेलेक्ट ऑन निफ्टी, यू गेट ऑल दो स्टॉक्स. दे आर गुड टू स्टार्ट विद दिस. RSI is better than stochastic. People have a different view also. How to put stop loss? Stop loss ideally options you should not. मतलब that's my view. कि if you have to put your stop loss, wait for the underlying. Means यदि निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स या निफ्टी में निफ्टी एक लेवल तोड़ रहा है तो आप ऑप्शन से एग्जिट कीजिए. ऑप्शन में स्टॉप लॉस लगाना इज नॉट अ वेरी गुड आइडिया. Please arrange for, yeah, we'll do that. Is RSI better? Bollinger Bands are good. RSI has a different, RSI is more of an oscillator. Bollinger Bands are more of volatility based indicators. Viral, this I'm not able to understand, sir. Today, hammer candle 1 minute and go. Yeah, you can use candlesticks. So if you want to learn more on candlesticks, we have one on 24th March. I'll be conducting this, from where we could learn charts analysis. Please attend our webinars. You'll get a lot of understanding and fast understanding, Ashish. What level is needed in the higher, closer to 1, the better it is, but there it will be more expensive. Theta, the lesser it is, more the better for you. Why many suggest do not do option trading on expiry date? Why? Because see, because I will say ki don't. I will definitely advise that if you are trading on expiry date, you have to follow three things. One is don't do naked sell. One, you can get killed. Secondly, If you are trading on expiry day, you should be having a higher risk appetite. 500,000, whatever, 2,000, whatever XYZ amount, which is there. Okay, if that goes, that goes, but you can also get a multiplier effect. So very few people have that sort of stomach. So that's why people say don't trade on expiry. Otherwise, expiry dates are very good to trade if you know how to manage. See, if you learn how to manage risk, then there is no worry. What is hero or zero option? Sorry, Nimisha, this is something which I'm not aware. Maybe I'll have to look it up. If it is really something like this, you can write to me. I'll leave my email ID in the end, so you all can write to me. I will revert. What can be Nifty option? See, more or less Nifty, what we are witnessing is we are witnessing selling pressure, but these are important and crucial support levels. So last 5 days low is something which is very important to watch out for. Please tell which indicator is best. Bollinger Bands is, I would say, is a better, not a better, I would say, but yes, you can definitely look at it. Thanks for giving. Yeah, please share your email ID. I want advanced. Shubham, please attend this option strategies. That will be helpful. Please do one. Yeah, currency we option will do. Where do I get this question? Webinar I've already explained. Webinars.angelbooking.com पे आप देख लीजिए. Uh, no, we don't have any premium, but we have a Telegram channel, so you can subscribe there. Then that's fine. Sir, please take my question. Which one? I've taken all the questions, explanations. Yeah, we don't have a live session options trading, but we have an option strategies. Can we access the recordings during these webinar sessions? Yeah, you will get recorded sessions. Is decaying theta? Yeah. Theta is very good for option seller because it will decay faster. Yes. What is the right time after the market starts to get in? Yeah, this is a very good question. Don't trade in the first 15 minutes of the day. That is from 9:15 to 9:30. Avoid trading because let the market settle down. Many times the high and the low of the day is made during the first 15 minutes of the day. So be careful unless you have a very specific reason. Don't trade during the first 15 minutes of the day. I personally, if you ask me, I don't advise trading in the first 15 minutes of the day. What should I do? Learn, attend our a few of our webinars. They'll help you. Amol, I've talked at what time should we sell the BTST, or buy the BTST, whatever. If your BTST is buy today, sell tomorrow. Towards the end, last 15-20 minutes, if you can identify some strong stock, that can be very helpful. So I think I have answered all your queries. I will just go back to the presentation and so yeah, so this is my email ID, amar.singh@angelbroking.com. So if you have any query, you can write to me. I'll try to revert back to you. So I think that was it from my side. Hope you all had some good learning and wish you all the best. And thank you once again. So what was the question, Megha? If you can just, I'll take your last question. If you could just repeat your question, Megha, I'll take your last question and then we'll close it. Or you can write to me. I've already mentioned that also is there. You can write to me at amar.singh@angelbroking.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Wish you all the best.